Don't know where you live and where you're at, but we're looking at the price of fuel rise up exponentially. It's crazy. $5. Day before yesterday, it was $4.19. On my way home from work yesterday, $5. Some places are playing with the penny. $4.99, $5.01. You might as well. And then when I went in this morning to get gas on the way to work, the lady told me, says it's gonna go up even higher next week. Next week, the gas will be even higher. But yet, we were told live on TV that we got our own oil and we can sell it and make money with it. But they told you that Venezuelan oil was garbage. What is this all centered around? That Strait of Hormuz. They're playing the game. And these so-called Christians on Facebook and the Donald Trumpers, well, what would you rather have? A nuke in your backyard? You're going to have that regardless. You're going to get that regardless. Okay? Again, I don't care who is the president. That's not the point. If we have our own resources, why are we paying? Now, we do know that the word calls for this to happen. We're in a preview. And when that spirit of peace is taken, and the restrainer is taken, the church, the bride is taken, all these prices are going to skyrocket. Could you imagine paying $20 a gallon for gas after the snatching away happens? And you know it's going there when you read it in the word and you see, I call it them 6 months, them 180 days, them 100 and something days, them 180. That's going to be the wrath of man. Think about the confusion that this snatching is going to cause. John 14. Okay? Think about it. There ain't going to be nobody working. Companies are going to shut down because half of their staff is going to be missing. Think about the calamity that's going to be happening all over the world. Okay? We're talking mass confusion. This is the reason why I don't understand people think we're in this seal and we're in, because none of that's true. Okay? We still have peace on earth, even though we get some idiots that do chaotic things, everyone. That's been going on since the Garden of Eden, but we see a setup of things to come. $5 ain't nothing really. Think about California, they paying almost double, and they have in the past. But when that snatching happens and the Lord comes back for his, think about all the prices of everything. That's why when you read in Revelation chapter 6, all these things are about to come to pass. And people think, oh, it's got to be right now. It's happening right now. It's not happening right now. Okay? That church that we see called the 501, that's not God's church. That's not the church we ought to be looking at. Okay? They're still going to be here. That church today is off on different things. They're on money. They're on possession. They're on conferences. They're on fleecing people out of their money. They're not in there talking about getting people saved and having a relationship with Christ through repentance. And then when you say that word, oh my God, that's works. You got to work at your faith every day, folks. Work it out with fear and trembling, not sitting around thinking I ain't got to do X, Y, Z. That's the 501 church thinking that. And most of them still wearing a mask up in there. I could go on and on a tangent, but we all could. But just looking at the barometer, look at the clock. You want to know how close we are? Just keep looking at the condition of the world. Jesus said in that days of sorrow prophecy. Okay, wars, rumors of wars, check that box. Okay. Then we would have, what did he say? Earthquakes in diverse places. The last thing he said, that box is checked. Then what did he say? Famine. That's checked. Famine of the truth, famine of the word. There's famines happening all over. Okay. All of these things we're in the beginning stages of. And I don't think people can discern the beginning stages and then what actually things look like when you get on that bicycle and you're out of the beginning stages and you're on course. We're on course in the beginning stages, giving you a preview of what's to come. Okay. Now, let me speak on something else real quick. The Michael Jackson movie, I went to go see it. I'm 50. I'll be 54 this year in October. So I was all in back in the day. Okay, all in. And there's so much hate. You can have an opinion on it, but the hate for that movie is crazy because of the allegation, which was never proven. And the mamas had been proven wrong, and they lied to the police, and then they told the authorities that they lied and had their children lie on Mike. Is he? It's again, I look at the people, the videos going viral all across the internet. Okay, people out the theaters jamming, dancing. It got a 39% rating, but people all over the world didn't care about that rating because it broke box office records. Don't get it twisted. You can be a fan of something, but then on the flip side, I look at that and I say, look at all these people. I went to go see it. I thought it was a good flick. But there's a limit to where I'm going to go and celebrating. And I'm thinking to myself, if what would happen if that was a movie about Christ? Do we see people dancing and shouting like that for Christ? It's very hard. You do see it, but general population not doing that, folks. They're not. The idolatry is there. Idolatry with everything. People idolize the needle. Let's not get that twisted. People idolized the mask. Let's not get that twisted. But then when it wears off, I think it's still phenomenal, but the dude is supposedly dead, air quotes, and he can still generate a buzz like that. Jesus was doing that back in the day. But then some kind of way, when technology came in, that fell off hard. And we start giving that praise and worship to other things. Okay? That's my point. Praise and worship. You can be a fan of something. But the fan, F-A-N, is short for fanatic, which means fanatic means you're crazy about something. Where are the fans of Jesus Christ? Are we leaning on him today? Because the world is breaking down ever so surely in front of us. And do you know that there is people who do not see it? They think, oh, well, that's just a way to keep bombs from coming over here. That don't make no sense, dum-dum. How you tell somebody, well, would you rather have a nuke in your backyard? Well, you obviously don't read because it's coming regardless. The warning is, get yourself ready. Look at the world. Look at the condition. It is not getting better. It's getting worse. And it's been getting worse since 2020. Downhill, gaining speed, on fire, no brakes, headed to that brick wall. Deuces.